What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you with another episode today. You know, every Wednesday, the middle of the week, is probably my favorite time to do these kind of videos. I get really excited because we get to see a lot of cards that are more or less meta-relevant cards go down in value, and then we get to gauge moving forward on the week what's going to go up in value. It's kind of like the roller coaster effect. On Wednesday is definitely a day which is more or less the intermediary. Everyone's coming off their Sunday playing at regionals or locals, or watching other decks from regional and locals, and by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're seeing these cards for these meta decks just start going up in value as you get players prepare. Then Thursday and Friday especially, they hit a peak. Saturday, everything stabilizes, and then it just resets. It's been like this forever, the Yu-Gi-Oh market. Except this Wednesday. This Wednesday is very special, because here, after this Wednesday, that's it. By next Wednesday, we're going to be talking about other cards, other speculations, because the NAWCQ is happening this weekend. So Yu-Gi-Oh players that go and play in Nationals, for the most part, are going to be selling their cards. So the market, for as far as meta cards, is going to tank even heavily. It's going to tank hard. And we're going to be going over some cards right now in this market watch, and then we could talk about other things after this market watch, but it's going to tank hard. And the recuperation on like next Wednesday, well, for the most part, it's not going to be there. Yu-Gi-Oh players participating in Nationals this year, after they sell off, are for the most part going to be chilling. They're going to be relaxing. They're going to be looking forward towards the next event, which I believe is the sneak preview for the new set Rising Rampage, and then afterwards is World Celebration. But for the most part, you don't need to keep 3, 4, 5 or rotating type decks. And what we're going to be seeing here in the market is the reflection of that, of the cards not spiking back high in value as far as current meta cards. Maybe the Rising Rampage drops, that will be different. I think it will be. But until that point, we're going to see the market just calm down and collectors cards slowly rise up. And we're going to be focusing on that, talking about that, as well as deck cores and stuff like that. But right off the gate, guys, looking at Dark Neostorm, we're already seeing the effects. Now, besides the fact that the prices are going to be going low in value for Dark Neostorm, we're seeing these prices actually go lower because the Unlimited Edition Dark Neostorm came out last weekend. Kind of crappy timing, Konami. Look at the cards like Dingirsu, a card used to be maintaining a $40, $45 price point. It's up to $35. Still a high price point, but it's going to be going down in value. Then you got No Material. Remember that buyout? It went crazy. I told you, V, I got you. Well, No Material is roughly currently about $29. And about the end of this week, with a couple of days, 48 hours, it's probably going to drop more. And wouldn't be surprised when it does. No Material had a stabilization price of roughly around 22 before the crazy buyout to bring it up to almost near $40. And we're going to see it go back down in value, inflate on itself. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Normally, if I see a crazy buyout and I don't know what it is, I'll tell you. This was an artificial buyout. The market is showing it. And where you go, V, No Material is going to X and Y deck, it's inconsequential to the value of the card's price point. And that was what I was going with the whole entire time. I said it before, and I'll continue saying it. This is an artificial buyout based on a card that really isn't that good. And we're going to see this card easily go back to $20 real soon. I would love to know the price point of this card by next week. I'm going to say it'll be roughly around the low 20s. We have other cards like Silent Mining stabilizing at $24 because Salamandrate's still topping in events, and even that is barely holding on to that $24 price point. Ghost System Spooky Dogwood still holding $19. Cherry Bean $17. Everything else for the most part is no big shocker for all these prices. I mean, I don't think nobody's kind of confused. Looking at Phantasme, it's going under. It's still roughly around $90 to $91. Once again, I highly recommend you grab yours if you can. If you listen to any advice I do, definitely grab your Phantasmes. Seriously, not that it will go any higher in value. It might go a couple of bucks higher, but the fact that you're going to be needing it for the next meta, and we don't know when the reprint is coming, and hopefully it comes soon. And I'm wrong. I'm totally fine with being wrong on Phantasme. I'm totally fine with this card hitting like $50, and I'm wrong. I'm totally okay with that. But by next regional season, you will need this card, so you're going to want to grab those if you don't have it. It's a lot of money currently right now. Then we have cards like Pot of Extravagance, another card I definitely recommend you picking up, but it's so expensive, obviously, and you know, $67 for Pot of Extravagance is still pretty high for the most part, but I mean, it's not a needed card. I think Sapphire was a great set, and the fact that Konami didn't reprint the set yet, it's gonna make a lot of these cards have a lot of dumb numbers. Cards like Trisha Corbane still holding a roughly around $11 price point. Cyber's Quantum Dragon about $5, $6 in price point. And I feel like we're not done with Savage Strike. I feel like we're not done with seeing random cards go high in value. Cards like Royal Legacy Guard Dragon, which has been roughly around the $4 to $5 price point since it came out. Other cards like Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf is still about $3, and that's kind of weird for a rare when the super rare is already out already. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing cards in this set sporadically go up in value. Who knows? It could be even TG Trident Launcher, which is like $1 in value. Then we have Soul Fusion, and looking at Dangers, it just keeps going lower in value for all Dangers, by the way. Tsuchinoko has a $43 price point. We're seeing it here roughly around $39. Thunder Dragon Colossus, $25. It's a trooper, I will say that. I'll give you that, Thunder Dragon Colossus. You're a trooper, but it's going to be going lower in value soon. Look at that Trap Check, another card's been going lower in value. $25 price point. We're seeing about $27 in the market. All these Chaos Dragon Levineer, this card's going to be tanking soon. Has roughly around $25 market price, but we're seeing it about $22. And same with the regular Thunder Dragon monsters as well, the ultra rare ones, which I kind of want to pick them up, but like not now because they're really high in value. But is any mine alone at that? Anyway. Looking at another card like Borsal Dragon Being at $51. Under its $56 price point. Under its overall $100 price point. And that's because the reprint's going to be coming up soon. So we're going to be getting a lot of reprinted Borsal Dragons. And this card will obviously drop down to a price point of roughly around $30 at settle price. At initial price, give it about a week or two with the new set of this card being reprinted in it. I'm going to say Borsal will probably hit about the 40s and then drop down to 30s where I think it'll settle for a while and then slowly and sporadically go lower in value. We kind of can see with like Borsal Dragon, that's kind of what it did as well. Look at the other danger cards, like I said, Nessie's going down in value. Jackalub was almost back to its $15 price point, which been around for a while before it had that crazy $40 buyout a couple of months ago. Then you got other cards like Triple Rush Dragon. The card's gonna get a common, I think it's common reprint, coming out in the Structure Deck Revolt thingy. That's going to be getting a common reprint. So Triple Rush Dragon roughly has a $14 price point, and we're seeing it already. Hold it roughly around a $14 price in the market. But this card's getting a reprint, even though Pendulums do need this card for the LP Agripane combo, which should get hit in the bans. We'll do another bans video in the future, by the way. I do think Triple Rush Dragon will absolutely be getting hit on. It would not get hit. We going low in value because Yu-Gi-Oh players are just be getting rid of the ultra rares. And we get $7 for an ultra rare because when the combo comes out, they'll probably sell brand new for $7 when you're getting ripped off at that point for that price. But guys, before I get any more cards, I just realized, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment down below. And if you have any questions for my next video, please type in #QVV. #QVV. And ask a question, I'll answer in my next Marco Watch. Moving forward, guys, Heavy Metal Foes Stellarknight is about almost $8,000 the market price, but we're seeing it actually lower than that. It's about $6, $6.50 for Stellarknight. And to be honest with you, I still think this is a phenomenal card. I only have one. I need to get more of these. I had more. I think I got rid of them. I'm gonna get more of these myself. I think at least a second one. I really do think this is a great card to pick up. Then you got Quick Launch as Yu-Gi-Oh plays move forward for the Rockets. Oh, the Rockets, V. Structure Deck, and they're gonna be tier 0. Says 4 guys that you just go, okay, Bill and Bob and Ben and Frank. Quick Launch Circuit Break has a $3.45 market price and is actually for first edition about a little over $4. Unlimited's about almost around $4 as well for this card. Once again, if you want to get Rocket stuff, you kind of need some of this stuff. I don't know much about Rockets, but I do know Rocket cards are going pretty high in value. Cards like Boot Sector Launch has a $5 market price, and we're seeing it calm down a little bit. You got one over here for about $5 roughly in the market price, and yeah, it's kind of doing some weird things. I'm not touching Rockets with a 10-foot pole. I don't think they're gonna be as good, but hopefully they will be. I would love to be wrong and have a cool structure deck be a meta deck. I mean, we haven't had that since. Oh wait, no, Salamangreat. Technically, Endymions. Konami, just stop, I guess. Look at that Double Evolution Pill coming on Battles of Legends like this Venge has $11 market price. And it's about 10. It's calmed down. It jumped really crazy when the ban list came. And everyone's like, Dinosaurs tier 1V. How could you not mention Dinosaurs? They're tier 1. They won my locals and I played myself. Now they're about $10 of Double Evolution Pill. It's probably going to be hitting lower in value as we move forward. And we got to keep an eye on this card because, to be honest with you, I think this card can go back up in value in the future. Depending if there's a ban list, I'm not a ban list hit or a reprint, but if it's not, this card can hit some really dumb numbers as we saw previously. Ignis Heat, the true Draco Warrior, is getting near negotiable prices. The maximum crisis solo print version of the card has an $18 market price, but looking at it, guys, it's about $15. I mean, yeah, it quickly goes back up to $18, but it's still a good amount of prices, and this is showing me that the card's getting thrown into the market. Yu-Gi-Oh players are opting to pull away from true Dracos, and I don't know, I kind of I don't know what's a fair price point for Ignis Heat the True Draco Warrior. It should be like $3 to be honest with you. And I do think Konami sees this card being a high value card, and I do think Konami's gonna reprint this card. Yeah, if you want to play Dracos, it's a good time to get it right now. I mean, it's going low in value. And then we have Sky Strikers. Now, obviously, the price points, looking over here, Widow Anchor has moved down a little bit. It had a $26 market price. We're seeing it at $21. But I'm more interested in Engage, a card in which was stabilizing in price point. It doesn't have no longer the $40 market price. But when I last talked about it the other day, it was like $25, $26, and it's kind of around $27, almost near $28 for Engage. This card's getting reprinted, but somehow it's went up $1 or $2. And that could be just because the market hasn't really got hit with this card yet. But once we pass Nationals, I could easily see this card hitting 15s. And that's a pretty cool price point for an Engage. A card in which, when it came out, was roughly around, what, $80 on hype, dropped down to 16, stabilized for a while. So, kind of okay with this happening. We'll love to see Engage get reprinted. Then again, we're going to have a ban list, and let's be honest, Strikers probably going to be hitting in ban list. Wouldn't be so surprising at all. Artifact Sanctum. Now, there's other versions of Artifact Sanctum, and the reason I want to point to this because this is one of my first speculative cards I want to talk about. The 2015 Megaton Ultra Rare is about $5, the Primal Origin version is about $5, and the Secret Rare version is about $5. Basically, Sanctums are $5, and before you go, wait a minute, V, why are we talking about Sanctums? We should really be talking about Psy. Well, I think Psy is getting a reprint. I think Konami is not going to reprint Sanctum. The last print that came on Battle's Legends such as Venge. It's been about 2 years. Could it be a Sanctum reprint? Sure. I think Konami would most likely be reprinting Psy and not Sanctum. And if that's the case, what happens? Well, obviously, if Psy's got a reprint, it's going to be Sanctum that will go up in value. And if that's the case, well, looking at Sanctum all over the place, we got a lot of them in the market right now. But they would go up and hit some pretty dumb numbers, obviously, as the price dwindles. And looking at Secret Rare Sanctums for like $4 to $5, it's a pretty good price point to buy Sanctums at. And you don't have to buy size yet. I really do think Konami's going to be reprinting them. Either they're going to reprint them or hit them in the ban list. One or the other. I don't think you'll hit them on the ban list. I think we'll see Sanctum we'll see Psy getting a reprint, which will jump the price of Sanctum. Nightmare Couple of Ibli. Stop watching this video and sell this goddamn card. I keep saying it. It has an $18 market price. You're seeing it right now. Barely holding on to about $15. First editions are also barely holding on to about $16. It's just dropping heavily. And then we have cards like Brionic. Necroz of Brionic. And Necroz of Valkyrus. And when Dual Power came out with the Ultra Rare versions, and we saw Brionic and Valk just tank. I mean, quickly tank in value. I turned to the camera and I told you guys that the Secret Rare versions will do this eventually. We're seeing it already happen with other cards like Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion, but we're going to look at Necroz Brionic right now, and we're going to see a tank. And look at right now, Necroz Brionic, Secret Forces, $48. Well, limited lightly played first edition is about $31. You got the Mint version, it's about $33. And that's lower than $49 if I do my math correctly. Look at other cards like Necroz Valkyrus, it has a $33 market price. Is this, let's see if it's $33. I actually don't know this. I just wanted to really talk about that one card. Oh yeah, no, it's $18. It's half of its market price. Then you got other cards like Trishula, which actually kind of went back to its original price. Trishula in my mind was always 12s. It's been 12s forever. It got hyped up with the dual power version of Necroz, and now it went back down. It's almost there, $12 for Trishula, lower than its $18 market price. So Necroz are good. And by the way, they're not done yet. Necroz is going to continue to go lower in value. And just as all Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta decks will be going lower in value after Nationals, we're going to see this happen with Necroz, especially right before Rising Rampage coming out. Maybe around the sneak peek weekend. I would love to come back here and talk about these Necroz cards and see their real price point, because they're continuing to drop as we talk about it every single day. This is why I told a lot of people. I told everyone I could talk to, basically. If they're like, hey man, I have original Prince Secret of Necroz, I would say sell it as fast as possible. They're gonna go down in value, and this is what's happening right now, because obviously you can buy the Ultra Rares, so people that have Secret Rares are like, I'd rather get rid of this, save the money for whatever you get, Nationals, a meta deck, or even afterwards. Then we have Sunlight Kinsella Diamond Ultimate Rare. Card deck is roughly around $5 in the market price. Unlimited is about $10. first editions are also about $10 of for Stellarknight Constellar Diamond. This is probably my favorite Stellarknight Constellar monster, whatever you want to call it, because it just beats the crap out of any dark deck, specifically Burning Abyss. And I do feel like Konami kind of rebrought back the Trinity. We're seeing other decks around the Trinity format, like Yosenju's, Shadow's, Burning Abyss, get support or get unlocked on the ban list, and in Shadow's, for Shadow's side of view, both. And I think we're going to see Stellarknight Constellar monsters, or Constellar monsters, or Stellarknight monsters get more support as well. Well, if that's to happen, this card will obviously see a lot of play. Also came out as an Ultimate Rare and Secret of Eternity, one of the very few last sets to have Ultimate Rares in it before Konami just went, get rid of that. So it's kind of cool, and I recommend you guys pick it up. I've been slowly grabbing a ton of these, as well as other Constellar card, Ultimate Rare cards, because they're hard to get, and they're going up higher in value. Comment question of the day comes from Paisano Marker. He says, what do you think about prank kids topping in Italian nationals? I saw that after I saw your Mark Watch talking about them. I'm not surprised. I do think prank kids still have a lot of issues against a well-established board, but if prank kids can go first, they can do a lot of things, and they can be a huge problem for a lot of decks that normally like to target or normally like to just spam the board. They can handle both those decks perfectly well. I mean, we saw in, well, I think it was German Nationals, where a Thunder Dragon player just spam ball with 3 Thunder Dragons, and the prank kid calmly said, okay, I'm just going to beat you slowly, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. I'm going to control your board, and if you're just swinging at me blindly with these great monsters, I mean, the Colossus is a phenomenal monster, arguably one of the best fusions in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just going to put these prank kids out here, and you can't destroy my battle. They get slowly pumped up, and I'm just going to slowly burn you to death, gain life points, and control the field. I'm going to go into cards like Borolo Dragon, which Thunder Dragons just in general have a hard matchup against, and you're not going to be able to do nothing against that. Or look at Salamangreats. Even against Salamangreats, I think Prankits have a great matchup. I know a lot of Prankits players disagree with me, but I've never lost to Salamangreats playing Prankits. That's in regionals and locals, just in general, I've never lost. Because all you do is you just start making your combo, and they have a hard time dealing with it on a well-established combo. Alternatively, even though he didn't run Denko Sekka in the main deck, I think you're playing Prankits, you should main Denko Sekka. Because when you play against Strikers, when you play against Alta guys, when you play against Mystic Mime, they don't see it happening. And when you drop Denko Sekka, and you go into your fusion combos, you go nuke their back row. And for a lot of these decks, it's kind of GG. So I think Prankits, as I said the other day, I'll say right now, is a phenomenal deck core. Nobody's looking at it right now, but it's so good. And a lot of people are going to maybe eventually slowly buy into it, maybe slowly realize the fact that prank kids are still missing support cards. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Ask any prank kid player that plays the deck for a while, or look at the artwork, they're missing at least 2 monsters in the deck. That's not including any alternative spells or traps that prank kids are missing. I do think that Konami is going to make more prank kid cards, but then again, I also think Invoke should be getting more cards. I have those wacky ideas that Konami should just finish deck cores and not just give us half-assed ones. I know, weird guy I am. Maybe even a TCG exclusive would be pretty cool, actually, coming on Rising Rampage. Konami, make it happen. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you so much. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go to your locals, tell your other guys, make them in paisanos. If you're a best friend and subscribe to your channel, he ain't with one of us. And if he ain't one of us, I don't know, maybe he's not your best friend. Maybe he's, maybe seeing other best friends on the side, and maybe you decide best friend. I don't know, but if he ain't a paisano, he ain't subscribed to his channel, he ain't your boy, and he's definitely not my boy. And I really appreciate you guys watching my video. You guys have a great day.